The anti-straight pride parade sentiment is boiling over, and I'm going to give you my straight thoughts on the whole thing. You know, there was this meme that went around for a while that they said it was okay to be white, and they put up posters everywhere and they had stickers. The goal of that campaign, for the most part, was to try and show people the outrage machine will come for you, even if you say something as innocuous as it's okay to be a white person. And it did. Immediately, you saw the left-wing establishment types culture start jumping out saying, it's a dog whistle and all that stuff. And it's like, if you can't even say it's okay, then, that kind of proves the absurdity of modern politics. So now we see the straight pride parade. They have Milo Yiannopoulos as their grand marshal. Clearly, it's another troll. And I think it serves one purpose. You've probably seen the story on the screen. Halsey wears a shirt that says, F your straight pride. And there it is. They took the bait. And they're not the only ones that took the bait. Other news outlets are taking the bait. They're getting overly emotional, extremely negative, and they're proving the point. What's the point of the Pride Parade? Don't ask me. I didn't organize it, nor do I even care it's happening. If you want to have a parade for cream cheese, I don't care. Go wave around your little Philadelphia cream cheese signs. It does nothing to me. You want to have straight pride, gay pride, Irish restaurant, pub pride with your shepherd's pie over your heads. I don't care. Parade for whatever you want. Don't get violent. Don't break the law. Get your permits. Do your thing. So now we're seeing this overreaction targeting something as simple as Super Happy Fun America saying we are proud of who we are and we're going to have a gay man lead our parade. Think about that. Well, so what happens? This singer wears a shirt that says F your straight pride, and there it is. They're trolling you, okay? They want you to target regular people, independents, people who are not in the culture war, and they want regular people to look at that and say, well, why are you attacking me? No one at the straight pride parade said anything negative about anyone. But here it comes. Halsey, the singer, wore the victims of what they're calling a homophobic attack on her shirt with F your straight pride on the back last night. Her advocacy for the LGBTQ community is so important and so necessary. Now, I want to add the caveat because people are going to rag on me for this. The reason why I said what they're calling a homophobic attack is because if you're not familiar, it was two women who were attacked because they wouldn't kiss. It was a group of guys who assaulted them. According to the story, I haven't read the story. There may have been some developments, but it was initially reported that they told them to kiss, the women wouldn't, and then they started beating up on them or something. That just sounds like a bunch of crazy dudes, and I guess you can call it phobic. It seems kind of philiac, right? What's the right word? Homophilic? Like they wanted you to do it? But I guess either makes sense. I don't know. It was an attack on a lesbian couple, and that's wrong no matter what. For whatever reason, it was wrong. But now we can see the troll is having its impact. But let's jump over to BuzzFeed News to see exactly why she did it. Halsey made a moving speech about why there's no need for a straight pride parade. That's why there's not a straight pride parade, because every effing day on public transport, it's a straight pride parade. But it isn't. And no one's telling you can't be you or do your thing. When I see things like this, and when I see the okay hand gesture, and I see the it's okay to be white or whatever thing, I think they're trying to prove that it's not about supporting a group, it's about attacking a group. Like that's the idea. They want to pull the mask down and show that, if you want to go out and be in favor of your thing, that's fine. And I got to admit, if you want to do like a white event or whatever, I really don't care. By all means, do your thing. Has nothing to do with me. Don't break the law. Don't get violent. Get your permits. Do everything like that. And you can talk about whatever the hell you want. Nothing to do with me. You want to march around condemning me for what I am? Well, then you might see me protest and speak out against you. But if you're walking around with a big old smile on your face saying like, we love this country and we love X, I'll be like, I really don't care. I really don't. It's not newsworthy. But these people fall for it every single time. Why would you? Okay, look, I assure you, everyone, including the straight pride people, will condemn this attack. That's also the point. So why is she attacking the straight pride event, which said nothing to anybody, was not negative, was just like, hey, we want to celebrate our families and what we believe in? Why is this an attack on them now? She is taking an unrelated event and using it to attack a group. And that's, look, I can say it for a millionth time. There you go. That's the point. During the concert, Halsey told the crowd that women on her shirt were a couple who were attacked on a bus heading toward Camden Town last week. She told the crowd that her concert was a safe space and gave a speech about the continuing importance of LGBT pride in 2019. She said, "The sad reality is after the pride parades are over and after the bars close, their pride nights, when the glitter is being swept out of the streets, a lot of people get on those trains, get on the buses, and try to wash the rainbows off their bodies and peel the stickers off their clothes. Because when pride is over, it's not safe to be gay anymore. They're worried that someone is going to assault them or viciously attack them." Yes, that's a terrible thing. I completely agree. It shouldn't be that way. We have laws in this country to protect everybody, and we absolutely should never have tier systems for our citizenry. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care the color of your skin. I don't care what kind of shoes you're wearing, if you're wearing a suit, if you're wearing a tracksuit, if you're wearing rags. No one should attack you. No one should be attacking you based on those characteristics, class, national origin, religion, etc. Everyone in this country is protected under the Constitution, and believe it or not, even people who aren't citizens. If you're a tourist in this country, you have those same protections. It applies to everybody. And I will absolutely speak up and say it was wrong, more than wrong, to attack those two women. But everyone agrees. This is why we have laws. And you damn well better believe I want justice for those women and those evil, disgusting men who attack them to get their justice. I demand justice. Beyond just saying they should be arrested, I demand it. But here's the issue. She now turns it into attacking people who had nothing to do with it, proving a point that it's just anger and they'll attack you. Halsey said, so when the people around the world ask the question, why isn't there a straight pride parade? The answer is because there was one. You wouldn't have to get on the because if there was one, you wouldn't have to get on the bus and be terrified of getting effing beaten and killed afterwards. That's why there's not a straight pride parade, because every effing day on public transport is a straight pride parade. So we need to take moments like this when all of us are together. We need a moment to remember how lucky we are to have a safe space right now. People said that Halsey's speech was important and applauded her continued LGBT activism. People say, I applaud this, got emotional. And here's what happens. The tribalism. They're like, okay, look, 2020 is coming. There's more than one way to win a political battle. What I see here is you've got the left, you've got the right, and you've got the undecided, apolitical middle that may or may not vote. You need them to vote. So, considering 98% or so of people are straight and cis or whatever, how can they get you to vilify them by putting up stupid signs saying it's okay to be white, by holding a straight pride parade, and then waiting as you come out to attack them? Because here's the best part. I saw this story from the Boston Globe. It's a ridiculously short story. And I couldn't believe they actually published this. The meaning of straight pride. Straight pride parade means white fragility. So I think, let's open this. Oh, okay, I guess it's the same story. They said, it is an incontrovertible fact that certain groups of people in America have been and often continue to be marginalized and discriminated against. It is appropriate, even laudable, that members of such groups should publicly state that they are proud of who they are as a rebuttal to a history of social and legal oppression. Now the marginalizers want their own parade. These people are behaving like the double N-word, I don't know how to say it, who wanted to parade through Skokie 40 years ago. Are you kidding me? With the same lame pretense that the First Amendment protects bigoted speech. This is it. This is the insanity. This is the game. And they can't see it. They walk into these traps like clockwork. They're calling it bigoted speech to just say you're proud of having a family and children is insane. They may get a permit to parade their bigotry in public, but if so, Renee Graham will have characterized it incorrectly. It will not be a display of fragility that is the exclusive province of straight white males. Rather, it will be a noisy proclamation of the profoundly un-American beliefs held by a cadre of men and women of all backgrounds. So wait, un-American beliefs. If you decide that you're an American human and you like your family and you're proud of your family, they're calling you a bigot. There it is. It's just so easy. Like, I couldn't write this stuff. I will tell you this. If I used to work in events and marketing for nonprofits, okay? And we would strategize on how we can effectively get our message out to help various, causes. I've done work with the ACLU, fundraising, street canvassing for them. There's some other nonprofits I don't want to name for complicated reasons. We did street fundraising. We wrote our own pitches and speeches, and we said, this is why you need to donate. And we did some other events. And I will tell you this, though I don't work in politics and never did, if I was going to advise Donald Trump or the Republicans on how to win, I'd say, hey, have a straight pride parade. You know why? Because you can say all of the nicest things in the book. You can praise the LGBT community. You can have a gay man leading your parade, Milo Yiannopoulos, and they will accuse you of the worst things in the book. And what do you think's going to happen? What do you think that random dude who's 35 and watches football all day is going to think when he hears about a straight pride parade and laughs and goes, oh, that's silly. And then all of a sudden he hears at rock concerts, in newspapers, they're calling it bigotry. They're going to be like, well, what do you mean? They're just straight people talking about their families. No, you're a bigot no matter what you do. Brett Weinstein had a really great video about this. He called it Speak of the Devil or something like that. And I think I might do a bigger video on this. I've got some sources pulled up I want to talk about. But he basically, I don't want to put words in his mouth. My general understanding is he's saying that the intersectional feminists are creating the alt-right. And there was a comment he tweeted where some guy said that he doesn't like the alt-right, doesn't believe in any of that stuff, but he's scared now because they keep attacking him and his identity, and he feels stupid by not standing up to defend that. And there you have it. This is not propaganda for the LGBT community. This is propaganda for the alt-right. I'm not saying the event was put by the alt-right. I'm not saying their goal is anything alt-right or anything overtly negative. It's a troll. But I tell you this, if this is going to embolden anybody, it's going to push everyone to the right. The people who are already far right are going to go further. They're going to be like, oh my God, there it is. You can't even talk about wanting to have a family without them attacking you, insulting you, saying F you, and calling you a bigot when they said nothing negative. And that's the point. These trolls are so easy and predictable, and they pull them off every time like clockwork. Exposing the negativity, the insensitivity, the anger from these communities. I can totally understand the anger and outrage from a marginalized community that has lived in fear. And now they're exploiting that anger against them. You can't just walk up to somebody and insult them and attack them. You cannot scream these things at people, F your pride, simply because they want to have their own parade, which means basically nothing. How many people are going to show up? A decent amount, probably not very big. It's not going to be like an actual LGBTQ pride event. But you have mainstream personalities and publications insulting those who would talk about this. And what they're saying basically is, if you're straight, if you're in a family, if you're white, you have no right. You're a bigot. And that's going to create the enemy they seek. Maybe it's on purpose. I don't think so, though. I think it's dominoes falling over. I do know some activists who are all about chaos and nihilism have told me straight up they encourage this stuff because they want to see the world burn. But for most of these people, it's an emotional reaction they can't help. It's a, how dare you? You're not allowed. Well, why not? What did the straight pride people do to anybody else? They actually have a gay man leading the parade. Doesn't that speak volumes about what the straight community thinks of the gay community? That they want someone to lead them who is gay? It's not good enough, though. The trolls like clockwork. It just works. I'll leave it there, man. It's like, it's so easy to wind them up and create this kind of situation that just benefits the right at the end of the day. Stick around. I got more segments coming up later. The next will be at 1 p.m. on this channel, and I will see you then.